What an interesting day. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. We're going to talk about something because I am not 100% sure about this situation, but everyone needs to know what is going on. So we're going to get into this, talk about West Virginia, what is going on in West Virginia, and you got to ask yourself a question. Why would a pro-gun lobbyist be lobbying against the machine gun uh, regulation coming out of West Virginia? So let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, guys. So in West Virginia, they have a bill to basically set up a ABC like store for machine guns, and the bill has been told that it's going to be introduced in the judiciary to get a hearing. And the if this goes to the full floor and it gets voted on and it passes out of the House and passes out of the Senate and whatever, and goes to the governor's desk, the governor has committed to sign it. What it would do is allow the transfer of machine guns by the state, because the Hughes Amendment has an exception in there that says for or by the state. And I'm not just saying that. If you look in the NAGR versus Rare Breed case, Bondi said that FRTs are semi-automatics, but even if they are not, the federal government and the state has the ability to transfer machine guns because that there's an exception in the Hughes Amendment, which there is. It says transfers to or by, not and, to or by the state is exempt, which means the state can transfer machine guns to whoever. WVCDL has a lobbyist, and the lobbyist name is Art Tom. Art Tom today, in front of about 100 people, including VCDL volunteers, threatened to try to kill the bill, not only in West Virginia, but also in Kentucky, the machine gun bill. I talked to some politicians behind the scenes, and they gave me the reason why he is lobbying against this. He is lobbying against this because he says that if this passes, it will be a test case and police might be held liable if they transfer machine guns. So the actual officers might be held liable. And also worried about people getting hurt. I guess he's equating it to the Kettler situation in Kansas with silencers, but this is different because there is actually a loophole, which is not really a loophole. They call it a loophole. I don't call it a loophole. I call it the law. And we're just going by the law. And the law states that the states can transfer machine guns. So we have case law on our side. We have the DOJ that actually said this. And we have a bill that has a good chance of passing not only in West Virginia, but in Kentucky. So I'm wondering what's happening, because I always like WVCDL. Maybe they don't know what is going on. So I reached out to a guy, and the guy who I reached out to, his name is Kevin Patrick. He is the big dude at VCDL. And like I said, I've always been a big supporter of VCDL. So I asked him, hey, what the hell's what's going on, right? And I'm going to bring up my text so I don't misquote anything. So I said, I talked about, there's a lobbyist named Art Tom, he stated in front of multiple people that he was going to kill the machine gun bill. I said, I can't see that being the stance of WVCDL. He said, "I appreciate hey, John, thanks for reaching out. I appreciate the work you do, and I dig your channel. I'm not interested in running blah, blah, blah." He goes, uh, so it goes down. He asked me how I found him. I told him how I found him, AI and stuff like that. I said, "What is VCDL stance on the bill?" He says, we don't have one. We have a legislative tracker on our site with bills, but I haven't updated it since 1071 was introduced. I need to do that this weekend." But just to follow up, is Art Tom your lobbyist? Did you hear about the dust up? If he is your lobbyist, why is he pushing to kill the bill? Uh, you know, why not not VCDL, WVCL? Why is he pushing to kill the bill? Uh, and he basically says, "We don't have a position on the bill." I said, "But he said he's going to kill the bill. Is he your lobbyist?" He said, "Yes, he's a lobbyist. Have a good night." So I said, "If Art Tommy's your lobbyist and trying to kill the bill in the name of VCDL, and you're saying that WVCDL does not have a stance on the bill, then why is he acting on behalf of WVCDL? Or are you not being honest with me? Can you tell me so I can finish my story?" He came back and said, "I'm not going to speak badly about anyone involved, but I won't tolerate in the insinuation I am a liar. John, we're done here. Good night." So then I responded by saying, "So is he acting on WVCDL behalf? I'm a reporter and I want to get the truth out there to gun owners." And that is where we left it. I haven't got an answer back. I would love to get an answer from WVCDL. Is Art Tom going rogue and lobbying against this bill? And but he said it. He said he's going to kill this bill. There's something about a tweet or something like that, but I'm not really sure exactly the full story on that. But he was yelling about a tweet too, but I'm not exactly sure what tweet he's talking about. But in front of about 100 people, he vowed to kill the bill in West Virginia and Kentucky. So I don't know. Is that the stance of WVCDL? They say that they don't have a stance, but it's just kind of weird that their lobbyist is threatening to kill the bill that would legalize machine guns. And especially the whole thing about, you know, cops might get in trouble. No, they have qualified immunity for one thing, but that's a whole nother story. People might get hurt. Well, let's play this out, right? The ATF and the West Virginia bill would still have to approve the transfer. So if the cop wouldn't transfer the machine gun until the Form 4 comes back from the ATF. So you fill out a Form 4 to do a transfer, right? So the ATF approves it. The machine gun is transferred. Everyone is in accordance with the law. The person that got the new transferable machine gun has a Form 4 on it. The cop got permission to transfer it through the ATF, and that's it. If the ATF wants to go ahead and deny the transfer, it's going to spur lawsuits, but no machine gun is transferred. No crime is transferred. The bill doesn't say that if the ATF denies it, that the law enforcement has to still transfer the machine gun. That's not what the bill says at all. So I really don't get that defense. It doesn't make any sense. But as of right now, uh, West Virginia, West Virginia Citizens Defense League, not VCDL, West Virginia Citizens Defense League stance on this is that they don't have a stance. They're taking they don't have a stance on 1071. There's no stance on it. They have other priorities or whatnot, so they don't have a stance on it. Their lobbyist is saying in public and in front of about 100 people that he's going to kill a bill, not only in West Virginia, but in Kentucky. and wherever else it is introduced. So that was set in front of a lot of people, including some West Virginia volunteers. So I don't know if he was just upset talking out his ass or if that's what he actually believes. But if he's saying that out of his ass, he shouldn't be saying that because you represent a gun rights organization. And if that's what you believe, you represent a gun rights organization. Is that the stance of WVCDL? I wish that they would tell me if he's lobbying on their behalf on that or if he's going rogue. I don't know. I don't know, but it's definitely something, right? Uh, But yeah, I have all the receipts. So if anybody wants receipts, let me know. I can I can provide it. Any other YouTubers out there, I can provide it. But yeah, so maybe that is something that we need to find out at what WVCDL, because like I said, I've been a very big fan of WVCDL. I think they've done some great stuff, but this I just don't understand. It would clear up a lot if they just come out and say, "Hey, we support this bill. We want to see it passed." Them not taking a stance and their lobbyists actively saying that he's going to kill the bill, not a good look. Not a good look at all. But that's all I really have. Just wanted to let everyone know because I said once I find out, I would let everyone know. And there's been rumblings behind the scenes, but didn't think it was going to be WVCDL. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just this one lobbyist talking out his ass. I don't know. But that is basically it, guys. And yep. Let me know what you guys think out there. Any word from you guys? What do you think? If they support it, they need to get rid of them. That's one opinion. I don't know what they want to do. Well, they need to at least address it. I mean, it was in public in front of a bunch of people. But yeah, it's interesting. We will have to see what exactly happens here, but that is what I have right now. I wanted to put that out here to all you guys. If you guys know anything else behind the scenes or if you witnessed it, I would love to speak to you. I already spoke to a bunch of people that saw it. Uh, Sounds like some old West NRA logic. Well, NRA actually, I think NRA is supporting this bill. I'm not 100% sure. I know they're definitely not lobbying against it. So there you go. Just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. Maybe you guys can ask WVCL where they stand on the bill. Let's get them to go on record at least. Then we know. Then we know. All right, guys. That is it. Yep. I guess I'll be back probably tomorrow or the next day, whatever. I got other stories I'm working on. Hey, Letty. How you doing, Letty? That's Dark Mavis. Dark Mavis is going live. Letty is his beautiful daughter that is the same age as my son, who just had a birthday yesterday. Dark Mavis is going live tonight on Rumble. Check it out. He goes live on Saturday nights with Black Diamond Guns and Gear, and there it is. And with that, we are going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. And WVCDL, if you want to let me know if you support it or not, let me know. This isn't something that you should be able to say, well, we don't have a stance on. We don't know. There, you either support it or you don't support it. It's not hard to say, yeah, we support it. Here we go. I am a WVFFL, and I can tell you exactly what I think is going on. A lot of WVFFLs contribute to the lobby, and this bill would threaten their revenue. when people can get their firearms from the state. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see exactly what happens here, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And with that, we are going to get out of here. Have a great day and remember to love each other. Bye bye.